right, y'all. So this is the next video. This is like part 12 now. But look, we got probably several more videos we're putting out today. Kid you not. There's just so many things to talk about. So let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about the difference in torching your piece and shooting an alternative isopropyl. Now, this is 91% isopropyl alcohol. Okay? Very harmful, very potent. You want to have a mask on when you are spritzing this. Just taking this bottle cap off and putting it to the side, big open room, we're fine. When we actually miss this later, and we'll get into that, we're going to have a mask on because it is very harmful. You do not want to breathe this stuff in. So what we did is we took this entire little bottle here, we put it into a spray bottle, and this is not just a typical spray bottle. It's a good one. You need something with a very fine mist. You don't want to squeeze this and have big droplets come out, you know, something like a water hose. As you can see, we're sitting here just a little over 20 fluid ounces. This is where I'm going to take a 1/4 teaspoon here of the black pigment that we are going to tint the resin with. Notice it's heaping. I'm going to pull this out. We're going to get a little bit more in there. There we go. So one heaping, one not. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. This is why our clothes are so dirty all the time, Tom. Never have enough rags handy. All right, now all I'm going to do, look, I'm going to shake this up. Now, I know you can't see it through here, but you can obviously tell that it's colored now. It's no longer clear. Here's what I don't know if you're going to be able to see. You're not. It's just too small of a hole. You're just going to have to trust me. Take that, shake it up. If it sits for a long period of time, just reshake it. This will never go bad. You can leave this in your shop, wherever. You can leave it for however long. But just know that we have tinted this black, so there is no going back with a different color. The reason, if we were to, let me tell you the difference between torching the top and using isopropyl. Here's the big difference. A lot of people you see torch, a lot of people you see spritz or spray like an isopropyl. So what they're doing, anytime, if we're pouring something, you know, 1/8 of an inch thick, the reason we would use an isopropyl is 2 reasons. One, once the resin is flood coated out here, okay, we're going to pull the tape, let everything kind of level out and take shape. At that point, we're not going to torch this top. We're going to spritz this. This spray is going to come out of here. It's going to hit the surface, and the isopropyl's job is to go down deep and grab any bubbles below and make them come up to the top and show themselves so that you can pop them. A torch is only heat hitting the surface, popping the bubbles. So if you've ever sit here and took a torch across your piece and you're done, and then within a couple of minutes you see more bubbles come back up, it's a couple of reasons. For one, you could still be breathing somewhere down deep that you can't see, and it keeps releasing them over time. So the more you sit here and torch up top, they're just going to keep coming back if you're not sealed properly underneath. Isopropyl is a big thing in the casting world because you're so deep with resin. If you have bubbles down here anywhere in the volume part, you need them to come up, especially if you have a light color or a see-through color. So you don't want them getting trapped in that deep pool. That's the difference between the two. We're going to use isopropyl today we could actually use a torch. We know we're not going to have any bubbles underneath there that are going to keep being a problem. We could use the torch. The reason we're going to use this is because we put this pigment in here. When we spray this, this is going to put really cool graphics into the black metallic pigment that we've already dispersed with our flood coat. So that's the reason we're going to use this today. You can get 91 isopropyl. You can get that anywhere. Walgreens, pharmacies, Rite Aids, anywhere like that, you can get that. And also in our flood coat, we're going to be having the glitter here. So we're going to cut this off real quick, save some video time, bring you right back. We're going to go ahead and get all this edge work taped up so we can show you how to go about that, because we want to trap all this flood coat. We don't want anything running off until we pull the tape and have it flood over. All right, y'all. So check this out. Let me show you the temperature here. You see the red dot on the counter. 70.4, 0.5, 0.6. So definitely need a heat gun. Another thing I want to tell you is you can see the tape on. Here's the process. We were about 3/8 of an inch or so above the surface. Here's the trick. This is what I want to tell you. Push flat on the center. Get all those bubbles out. Let this loosely hang. And then curl under the tape. Because any resin that flows over and hits this wall is going to get trapped right in there and not go nowhere until we go over there and pull this tape together. Also, me and Tom are, Tom does all the video in here for the most part, and this is going to take 4 gallons of resin to actually fill this entire area. So we can't be on the camera plus mixing. Any of the mixing, this is a 1-to-1 ratio. Any of the mixing parts, anything like that, go right on our page. We've got several videos there showing you breaking this down exactly to the spec, how to get your stuff mixed correctly. We're just trying to save some video time. And another little gem I want to turn you on to is PVC. Okay? You get that at Home Depot, Lowe's, anything like that. Use PVC. PVC down in the container mixing, we put the skinny side, depending on which hand you are. So I'm right-handed. I'm going to put the skinny side like this. So as I'm spinning that container, the flat edge here is what I'm spinning with to get it off the edge, and then I go back to mixing. Use this molding here in particular. Don't get nothing thinner because this can't really bend, okay? If you get something smaller than this, it can flex and bend and not take the shape of your bucket. PVC is really good too because we're not introducing any unnecessary bubbles in the actual resin as we're mixing, other than what's going to happen with just mixing in general. If you use a wood stick or anything like that, the wood is breathing on the stick you're using. You're adding more bubbles in there than what's necessary. Lastly, the tape is sitting over here, hitting the wall, tucked in tight to that corner. That way, right here, we leave this sitting here, chilling. When me and Tom get ready to pull this, we're going to pull right here, and it's not going to take away from the tape that's on the wall. And we'll just start pulling and dropping it right here on the plastic. He's going to be over there. I'm going to be on the inside, and we're going to pull this together. So we're going to close this out. This is done. We are ready to flood coat. When we bring you all in, we will be on our last container getting ready to dump this out, and we'll start the video at that point because we just don't have anybody else here that can hold the camera while we mix this stuff up. We're going to get the first one filled and going. I'm going to be mixing this one. They're on 2 different time frames. When Tom's is done, I'm going to take it. He'll continue to stir. I'm going to dump this one out. Immediately put the other 1-to-1 ratio in this one. As soon as it's ready to start mixing, I'm going to take Tom's. He's going to take over mixing this one. I'm going to dump that out, and so on till we get down here to the last one. So the next video you all go to watch, we bring you in on, you'll see us be dumping out the 4th bucket, and we'll pick the flood coat up from there. You haven't missed a thing.